It was this, and then Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2 was my last two real big Nintendo titles, even though I continued to buy them for years later, up until probably like 97, 98. You know, in still boxed new forms that some stores would actually still have some of them. You could still find until it started to become scarce, and that you would only find them in used versions in video game stores such as Electronics Boutique, which is where I built up a good amount of the rest of my collection over the last couple of years. But this was one of those last great Nintendo titles, and was, you know, this is the game that made me love Kirby. And from this one, of course, I love Superstar. I also love Dreamland 2 and Dreamland 3 on the Game Boy and the SNES. Here is a secret switch area, and to get to it, what I need to do is I broke those blocks using high jump. And now I'm going to use the fire, quickly hit that little switch there, and now jump into the cannon at the end, and it's going to throw me up into the air and to another one of the random switch palaces. Another great Kirby title, which I'm probably in the future playthroughs, I'm probably going to go ahead and just do not only Kirby's Dream Land on Game Boy, Kirby's Dream Land 2, and I'm sure the SNES titles will come. And also for the Game Boy, I want to definitely do Kirby's Pinball Land, as well as Kirby's Block Ball, which I think Block Ball is a great game. It was kind of in the same vein of a Breakout or an Arkanoid style game, but you were Kirby instead, of course, of just a normal, like a pinball style, you know, metal ball. You were actually playing as Kirby, as if he was being bounced around to hit many different blocks. You also have boss battles and other things in that game, which made it a great Game Boy title. And if you've never played Block Ball, you know, I would highly recommend that one. Also, if you have a Game Boy SP or whatever, and you know, can get a copy of Kirby's Tilt and Tumble, is a fun, great game. Like, they use the Kirby series for more innovative stuff, not just doing the simple platformers. Very similar to what, of course, they would do with Mario with his sports titles. They've kind of done with, like, the side games with Kirby, such as, like I said, the Block Ball, the Tilt and Tumble, the Canvas Curse they did on the DS, where it was all using mainly the touchscreen to kind of guide just the ball form of Kirby around different mazes and such. I just completed that level, and now that I've completed that, before I go into the next level, I need the hammer ability. So I'm going to run over here real quick, go into this arena, and now I'm going to do battle with this Bonkers here in order to get a hammer. I'm going to use the cutter really quickly. You can see by using cutter I can drain his health pretty quickly. He's done. I got the hammer ability. There's a maximum tomato in case I need to fill my health up, and now I can just head over now, and now actually we'll be able to get to the secret switch located in this level. Another thing just about HAL Laboratories and games and all, I really wish they would just create another Adventures Lolo game. I mean, it's definitely probably the best puzzle game series that ever came out of the 8-bit era, in my opinion. It was one of the most fun, because it was an action puzzle game. Because when most people think puzzle games, of course the genre is basically more specific to, like, the Tetris style games, Puyo Pop, you know, those style of games. And it's not really considered more of like the actual thinking and puzzle style game that it would kind of make more sense to be. So you think maybe on the DS or something they could come up with maybe a new Adventures of Lolo title. Here's the area I need to use the hammer on to break these green blocks, which were unbreakable by just being able to hit them with the fountain style ability out Kirby's the mouth fountain of water area. And now I hit that switch, it opens up the warp star zone area, and I'm gonna head over to this door and continue on, as I have to work my way back to the left in order to enter and get back to this little area here. But you think the DS would be an appropriate platform for HAL Laboratories to work on Adventures Lolo titles? So it's one of those things I hope to do. I mean, they made a whole bunch of them on the MXX, as well as they made 3 just on the Nintendo. They made 1 on the Game Boy. So I mean, they definitely have plans, it seems like, but just Kirby, I guess, overran it with how good it was. Now here's the 5th boss of the game, and I'm just going to use the hammer. It's a really quick boss battle with the hammer, as I'm just able to wail into him really easily. He's taken care of. Another thing to use, if you have it, is the parasol. I've also used tornado, high jump. Any of the abilities is really going to be useful against taking out him, as we now are in level 6 or world 6 Orange Ocean. And the only annoying thing about Orange Ocean, it's a great level. I like, you know, the whole water-based thing, and the orange actually looks pretty cool. Like the setting sun on the ocean is really nice. The only thing that's really annoying about this whole world is every level contains a secret switch. So throughout every level, we have to be concerned with being able to locate the secret switch that is in each level. So if you're into that type of thing, then it's a great world. If you're not so into finding all the little secret things, then this, of course, is going to be a little bit of a pain. I need to continue using the hammer because I need to work my way down here with that unbreakable block by normal circumstances in order to open up another area, which is going to open up a museum, and I'll be able to just continue on the way. So we've actually found the first secret switch of world number 6 as I continue on here, working my way over. So yeah, unfortunately Orange Ocean containing all these secret switches isn't necessarily the funnest for me. I'm not a huge fan. I like just using the platformers and going through, and since the secret switches in the game really don't unlock anything amazing, like I said, they just kind of unlock the same stuff that we've already had. And if you really like the mini-games, once you've completed the game once, which you know, isn't necessarily that hard to do, once you complete the game once, you automatically unlock the ability to play any of the 3 mini-games anytime you want, as well as a boss rush that you can go ahead and do. So you can play the mini-games as much as you like after you complete the game. So the secret switches are just there to kind of extend it a little bit, but most of them, for the most part, the secret switches really aren't that hidden. There's like 3 or 4 of them that are like really easy, and then like, you know, a couple that are pretty, you know, are pretty challenging to find, I must say. But even then, usually they're just out in the open, and you just had to locate where the door was hidden at. You know, usually on the left or right side of the screen. Now here's another one where I just had to use the hammer, hit the little peg there to open up the ice area, and there we go. The secret switch for level 2 was found, and it opened up a battle arena. And go inside, and yeah, head out into the open area, which I was, and continuing my way over through this little bit of a maze area and work my way back up to get to the door located at the top of the pillar. Now in this area, I gotta watch out for tornado guys, little fireball guys, as well as those little pig face guys that will explode or get angry if I try to suck them in. So I have to be careful about avoiding them, as the explosion, of course, will do damage and make me lose my hammer. I could also gain a UFO ability if I wanted it, but it's really not going to be necessary right now to grab that UFO ability, so I'll just continue on and run through this area. The bomb just exploded and killed everyone else on screen but Kirby. Got to the end here, into the door, and see where I can land up here. And I got to another 2,000 point bonus. So, now that level 2 is taken care of, it's off to World 3, which we see actually is on a pirate ship. So you can assume that the level will be based on a pirate ship for the most part. Now, we start off on a little pier, and as you can see, we're actually going to jump onto the boat here, which is actually nicely done. The whole backgrounds and everything else going on in the game are just beautiful to look at. As I have a very quick battle here, knocking out the hammer guy, bonkers with the hammer. And now we have to break that little block there, that little, you know, cardboard box looking thing, and head down here. And down here we're going to hit this little bomb there that's going to open up the water area and take us down here. Now for this area, we're going to head to the right side first. And going over here, we're going to grab the laser ability, head back in the water, head back to this room, and now we're going to head over to the left door. And in this left door, what we gotta do is I'm gonna take out that guy and then shoot the laser up. It's gonna bounce off the wall right there into the cannon. We shoot up, and hey, there's a secret switch. That one's definitely one of the harder secret switches to be able to obtain, just because you gotta know that the laser ability is needed. But once you enter that one room with the fire guy where the cannon's located, if you see the curved wall the way it's done, you can pretty much assume that the laser ability is going to be needed, because earlier in the game when you have the laser ability and you actually use it, usually it's within rooms that contain those slanted style walls that, you know, bounce the laser off of it. So now we are off the pirate ship as quickly as we actually got on it. We are already done with the little ship there, as we are just on a series of little islands, which is leading us to the end here of the level. And work my way up, and another 2,000 point bonus to add to it everything. So now we have 3 of them done. As you can see, the little crane guy bouncing back and forth on the bottom. And headed into level 4, which is on a solitary little island with little palm trees set up. Now I'm going to head over, continuing with my laser ability for now. And sliding down, and enter this door here. And once in here, what we're going to have to do, this is the room where the location of the next secret switch is, the door at least, take us to the next location is. And we have to head all the way down here, watching out for anyone who's going to throw stuff at us and try to hit us. Use the little slide tackle to take out the little bomb. And head off to the right, watching out not to get hit by Gordo or hit by the spikes at the top. And go over, and now we're going to head down and enter the secret door located right there. Another one of those ones is actually pretty hard to locate if you don't know where to look for it. That one unlocks another one of those egg-catching mini-games, so now that we have another one of them, this time now we're going to exit that room and head up, and watch out for any of the sword little guys, and take out this little mushroom. Watch out, try to head over quickly, but unfortunately I didn't make it quite in time as I got hit by the crash atomic bomb going off. Take in and get my laser ability back, even though I did suck in 2 enemies. One was a star, so it didn't count. If you suck